In the name of the Holy Ghost, and with the aid of my spirit guides, I jump into my body white life for strength, guidance, and protection to my mind powers and my subconscious mind power. Mirages out to bypass your logical mind. Mirages out to connect your subconscious mind. Mirages out by the hidden powers of the mind. If your mind is right, your soul understands. I believe we all have some type of magical mind power that we don't understand, but utilize it in every walk of life. And to some extent, well, to the majority, we all use this mind power against ourselves, not even realizing what we're doing to ourselves. My example is going to be the way we celebrate birthdays. A child is born and you celebrate the birthday out of joy, of course, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as you celebrate each birthday, time goes on, of course, and we say that we've became another annual year older. Now keep in mind the word older and what that means. So you celebrate these birthdays all the way, literally, till you die. So you celebrate birthdays to death. And in my belief, in my knowing, we help the body degenerate by celebrating these birthdays and by simply recognizing that we're growing older. Our mind power is actually making our bodies and emotions and our physical being become that much more older, quicker and faster. And in the process of doing that, you got stress of everyday life, especially if you have kids and poverty stricken in some type of way, which we all are in one form or the other. We tend to make stress on the body because we're disconnected from the spirituality in our environment, because we're so programmed to live in the city fashion, in the fast life, per se, you know. So that's just something to really think about, how we use our mind, you know. And we also, we take out life insurance, we become 65 years old and we buy grave plots, and it's like we sit around and wait for death. So as long as you're waiting, sitting around for death, by the law of attraction, we attract these things to ourselves. And by always saying, well, you know, hey, you know, I'm this amount of years old, we always put old on it. And by doing that, you actually allowing your body, your physical being, to actually become old and degenerate itself. And I know that this is one of the magical powers that we have, because you have people that are 65 years of age and behave like they're 25 years of age and are in perfect health, good shaped bodies and everything, you know. But cigarettes, alcohol, recreational drugs, even prescription drugs now that's used for recreational reasons, all these things takes effect on the body. And I'm saying this because we don't take care of our physical body. It's your temple. You know, it's a sacred temple that you have, and it's a privilege to be in your human body, for you to experience this reality. So we use our mind magical powers in ways that we don't even realize we're doing it, because we have what's called psychic energy. And all of us come together to create this reality through our psychic energy. We come through a conscious agreement on a mass level of what the world should be like and should be shaped like. And we come to an agreement of this. And for the most part, we've been conditioned to agree to these things on a mass level. You know, so I've never celebrated birthdays, even when I was a child. So this is nothing that I just sat down and tried to think of some cool shit to say. You dig? And I'm 36 years of age, and I still feel like I, you know, felt when I was a teenager. Because of the way I eat, very healthy. I don't necessarily diet. I just never been a meat eater. I never eaten fried foods. Always exercise. I've been working out, lifting weights since I was uh, what 14, 15 years old. You know, so I've always been into the whole health thing and to build my body strong. You know, and that's one of the things that I know that we have with our mind power, and also the power to heal. I've been in two very serious car accidents that, if you was to witness the pictures of it, it seemed like it should have been tragic. So I know I'm here for more than one reason. So I want to speak about the power of healing with the mind also. I've been through 7 surgeries. I've had bone replacements in my neck. I've broken 9 bones, and I broke every bone in my wrist. I got a 4-inch cut from here to here. And on the inside, if you can see, from here to here, and cuts on the other side. Well, this hand was snapped back. During the first accident, I did die. I did leave my body in some type of near-death experience way. And I ended up in this all-white room, is the best way I can describe it. It wasn't even really a room. It was like it was just an empty construct of a graphic system that was ready to be placed with certain objects, is the best way I can say it. But it was I can't even explain the lighting. The lighting was just very soothing and very pleasant, It had no shape, no form. I didn't see my body, I didn't see myself. It was like I was just a mere thought, just a conscious a thought, And I heard this voice come to me and was telling me to wake up. But I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to go back to the body because I felt so free. I felt so alive. It was a wonderful experience that I had when I left my body. So 2 more times she asked me to wake up. Wake up. So on the 3rd time, I woke up. I opened my eyes and I straightened my body up. As I can hear and feel bones popping back into place from my lower back. I slid to the other side of the car because the SUV hit dead on where I was sitting in the car in the back seat, and I wasn't even driving. And it bit my body all the way over, which caused serious damage to my spine. So as I slid out of the car, everybody was just in shock. And the first thing the officer said, hey, they thought she was dead. I was like, shit, I was. But the lady told me to come back, and so I did. And that's how I know that there is no death, because I've experienced that in more ways than one with this whole out-of-body conscious spirits thing. And the second accident was like something out of a fucking Hollywood movie. On I-20 on the freeway, one early morning. It was dark and foggy and raining, and I couldn't see anything, and there was a car stalled. It wasn't stalled, it was just sitting in the middle of the damn freeway. And I didn't notice the car until I got right up on it, until my headlights saw the tail light of the car in front of me. That was nothing I could do to really maneuver. So I tried to bear left and cut hard to the left, and by that time, I hit the back of the car. So when I hit the back of the car, I went spinning multiple times, hitting the guardrail. As I was hitting the guardrail, traffic was still coming towards me. So you got cars trying to dodge me at the same time. And I'm also getting hit by different cars. And the last thing that almost hit me as I got out of the car was a 18-wheeler truck. So I managed to get out of the truck, and this is the point where this hand was broken from the airbag. Because once the impact hit, the airbag deployed and just snapped this hand clean back, and I saw it with my very eyes. It was rather amazing. So I managed to get out of the car before it got hit by other cars. It was maybe a 12-car pileup out here on the news. I don't watch television. I haven't watched television about 7 or 8 years now. But from what I was told on the news, it was said to be a 8 to 12-car pileup or something like that, if I remember it right. You know, so I'm definitely here for a reason, and I know that that reason is here to speak to you the way I'm speaking about all this phenomenal stuff that's going on with the whole extraterrestrial thing, and to talk about my life experiences through my spirituality for what I'm giving to you. I'm not claiming to be the Don. I'm not claiming to be the one. But I am a part of a divine plan. And so are you. And I'm just here to bring understanding to that plan of how we're here at this time, at this juncture on the planet, that we agreed upon to come together in unity and peace, light, and love. It's time out for all the dog shit. So those who fail to come to the side of light are going to find themselves in very much turmoil, emotional pain, and stress as time go on, as we come closer to the whole December 21, 2012 thing. Definitely not going to be the end of the world, just a new beginning. But if you fear that it's going to be the end of the world, then yes, you're going to create that with your mind, because it's your mind power. So that's why dark forces are out there to influence you about this whole doomsday Mayan prophecy thing. If it's going to be a doomsday for anybody, it's going to be a doomsday for them, not for you. But like I said, it's all according to your mind power, what you believe in for yourself. You're your own world. You share words with other individuals. You know, you just don't share a word with your mate or with your family. For me, all of y'all my family. And for everybody who watching this video, it's on my path. According to my life's plan, according to the divine plan that we all are a part of. And we're here to help each other realize that. Each one teach one. You know, to move forward vertically in this life. To change our communities, to change the way we see each other, to stop all the separation through racism, this whole black and white thing, which is a bunch of nonsense. You know, and I always make an example. You know, you take a white sheet of paper and put it up to a white person. It's not a match, all right? Take a black marker or anything that's really the color black and put it up next to a so-called black person, and it doesn't match. Because the black-white thing is a whole chess game. Those 64 squares are just squares for maneuvering. That's dark and the light, yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. It's all a mind game. We're just not realizing the game that's played upon us. So normally when you're trying to trick somebody else out of their game, all you're doing is tricking yourself, because what you do to one, you do to yourself. Society has really become so dumbed down to the point where you got grandmothers at 30 years of age, 30, 35 years of age now, which means you can be great-grandmothers about 55, 60 years of age or before, because of the way society has just degenerated itself through the influence of all this, you know, mainstream media, music, and film industries. You know, it's a very powerful, magical way of influence, of committing action from a distance. That's the magical thing about these things, through the power of influence, you know. So that's basically what I wanted to touch on today, this morning. So y'all take care, and know you have the mind power to heal yourself. You have the mind power to do whatever it is you want to do. You're one with the universe, body, mind, and spirit. Y'all take care. I love y'all. Peace, light, and love.